Hello. So yes, a little bit late today, but still on schedule. I mean, it's still 6 plus, so I think it's fine. Give me a bit. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it's a beautiful evening. Well, it's not beautiful, it's just like light all over. And currently my wife looking for the fly swatter thing. I'm sure it was here, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, but let's get to it. Alright. Basically yesterday we already have our talk about, and I missed like last week's streams, to be honest, because I'm still like very busy going out of town, like, you know, doing school stuff, and but it was finished. Like, I'm actually now in my vacation, and this is really good, which it means I will have like dedicated time to this. Yeah. All right, so where are we at? Okay, Axis. Yeah, the last time we're talking about Axis, and now we're going to talk about something else, right? So in this episode, well, if I can call it episode, we're gonna talk more about the shields. All right. So the shields of like Viking shield is like very unique in nature. So again, I got all my sources from National Museum in Denmark. And here they said like the type of the shield used by the Vikings can be traced back to the Iron Age. It consists of thin planking, which is formed a circular shape. And in the middle is a dome of iron protect the shield's bearer hand. This is called the shield boss. And it's often the only part which is preserved after 1,000 years in the ground. I mean, like natural, like the rest of the part is just wood, and then you have like this shield boss thing that kind of look like a small buckler-ish, protect your hand when you grabbing it. And the date of a shield can be established from the form of the shield boss, which varied throughout the Iron Age and the Viking period. So shield bosses are often found in graves in which shields always, most of the time, like accompanied the dead on their final journey. So they be like shield on top of them and like looking cool and stuff. All right. So here is also mentioned about a rare find. Like a rare find was made at Trelleborg near Slagelse in 2008. Archaeological excavation at the site uncovered an almost complete shield. This is made of pine wood and the diameter of around 80 centimeters. Ooh, that's huge. Presumably, the shield was used when the fortress was in operation at the end of the 1900s. This is only the second site from Scandinavia that has produced one or more complete Viking shields. So it's not like destroyed, it's still like preserved. The shield was found in waterlogged condition, so it means it was like damp, wet, which has resulted in still being preserved today. It has a hole in the middle of and a grip is also present. Originally, a boss must have been attached in this part of the shield, but it's not found in the excavations. All right, that's awesome. You know, the most impressive collection of complete Viking shield was recovered from the Norwegian burial at Gokstad. Here, a ship was buried together with a prince or a king and a large number of grave goods. Among these were 64 bronze shields, painted with yellow and blue paint. So, them the color. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, like they found it like in yellow and blue, kind of like a Swedish flag today. But they found it in Norwegian. So, we'll see. I think it's like a widespread stuff back then. So the shields are relatively thin, and research has shown that they would split easily when struck with arrows, axes, and swords. It is therefore thought that they were originally covered with animal skin. Something to notice there. Like covered with animal skin, which shrinks slightly when it dries out. So it's kind of like compressing, you know, like a drum when it's like dried out. So yeah. Thus increasing the strength of the shield. The addition of animal skins also meant that the shield were less likely to split, and thus relatively thin pieces of wood could be used to keep their weight down. So it's light, it's kind of huge, well 80 centimeters like in diameter. It's huge, but it's still lightweight. All right, and they're also like familiar with Viking shield from the art of the period. Various pictures, stones from the islands of Gotland show armed warriors with shields that appear to be painted. Some of the small Valkyrie figurines also carry decorated shields. All right, so let's switch into. Oh, sorry, this is not one. But yeah, this is like the things that I've been working. But hide that one. Let's go to the top layer, and then let's copy this image to our screen, just like that. So this is like a depiction of like a shield, what you call it, like a person wielding shields, right? So armed warriors with shields that appears to be painted. So these lines supposed to be there, well, painted stuff, yeah. So that one. Check if I can get like a better brush to make notes. There we go. So yes, look at that. Like those are like patterns and stuff like that. And oh, we got Yair. Hello, Yair. Thanks for being here. Okay, let's continue. So we got the like patterns here. I know the pattern can be various, right? Can be everything. You're too kind. Finally can have like a time to actually do this properly now. Like already in vacation mode, so yeah. I hope everything went well for you too. Alright, so look at this, like probably this looks interesting, you know, like the helmet, it look kind of like an animal head, you know. This is just me making assumption. Alright, but so surely this look like a bear head. Look at the ear here, you know. But let's just study the form over there, and then probably the face located over there, right? And also this like the swords, it's like the one that we have done previously. So this is that Viking sword thing, right? I mean, it's like really obvious, like it was there. And I know this is like more of like more headdress, maybe some like plumage and stuff, but this is really interesting. Maybe like a fur. This could be fur. I mean, it looks good enough. Oh, apparently my mode is multiply, so that's why. My bad. So imagine like bear head, bear fur, or I don't know, elk. You know, so it should be fun. Then again, this is the thing. This is the shield boss that they've been mentioning it before. So this is the metal part actually. the one that actually protect your hand from like being hurt. So, and then all of this is just like wood. And I don't know, we got like some things here, but I cannot interpret that like just by seeing at it. But I guess I got the good idea, right? So, okay, moving along from this image, let's just remove this one. See, the depiction is there. Okay, let's check like the other image, reference image. Like this is a modern reconstruction of a Viking shield. There we go. Modern reconstruction. So this is just like woods, planks, presumably, right? Planks, just like that, and then they paint all over it. And you have this shield boss on top of it. This ornament is just like new. I wish they have that blue and yellow samples though. So I cannot find it for the life of me. So I think I need to be like content with this one. And then we got the image that is that's found in, you know, in that castle thing. That's really preserved, they said, right? So shield is circular with diameter about like 85 centimeter, consisting of 5 planks, you know, glued together with resin. So it's resin from trees that used for the glue, and that's awesome. As well, a decorated handle attached on the back. All right, so, and this is the thing. It's small, but let's see if I can zoom this thing bigger. Look at that. Woo. So they said that it has a hole, so presumably there is like, you know, the shield boss over here. And this is like the handle. Latch it like the back of the shield itself, like 5 planks, so I don't know. So this is 1, I guess. 2, I don't know, 4, 5. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's more than 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's ignore this one. So I think, yeah, that's like 1 plank, and then this is like the second one, third one, and then this is the last one. All right, so the diameter is like 85 centimeter. That's close to 100 centimeter. So that's huge. Okay, so these are the information that we are getting, and now we need to try recreate some of them just to make it more interesting in our own style. So we have the back of the shields, and then we have the front part of the shield. Let me check if there's like some reference of the back of the shields. Because all I'm seeing like is just like from the front. Everything is from the front, and in the back it's just like a piece of wood in there. So I was like, yeesh. Okay, found this one. This is seriously old school, this one. So let's just remove these 2. We don't need them anymore. This one, see? Like, my goodness. My goodness. Like, seriously, guys? Like, these are like woods. What the hell? This is the same shield as the other one, I think. Yeah, it is. It is the same shield. So the handle is wood. It's not even metal at all. So I don't know how they attach it with. Probably like some, well, they have like nails, right? Back then they make like a spike nails like that from iron, or I don't know, sort of metal, and then they probably just like jam through it to make them stick. And then since you have like that hole in here and from a cup to the front, it means you will have like a hand area over there that you can put your things into. I don't know what's happening with my drawing tablet, but something like that, I bet. So you can like slide your hands inside there and then like grip on the wood. And this is like from a king's burial, like some prince or something. So it means like kings also have like some standard made one. Nothing fancy about it. It's a shield. And it needs to be able to shield you from stuff. So this is interesting. Now I will remove this one and I will use, oh, I think I got like the wrong file over here. Let's open the one that we have. There we go. This is the one that we have previously. Okay, so we got that. We got the color. So I'm going to like group this one, I guess. Group this one. Put it down there. Alright. Then we can start the new one by using this one as a reference. There we go. I will use this one as my drawing references. Okay, that looks so good. And I will grab a layer and I grab my brush. Alright, let's do like some sketches. Okay, so let's just, I will turn on my recording so I have this for my own, files. Okay, recording, there we go. So what we have right now is the planks. So let's say for this to work, I think I'm just going to create like planks. Split them. Okay, much as I can. So that. So we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planks, right? And then look at the shape of the shield itself. It's not like a perfect symmetry, like not a perfect round, perfect circle. So I kind of like that, breaking the symmetry a little bit. Now I just need to play along and play carpenter. So I'm a carpenter. I'm going to be like cutting this wood, right? And also here I will make it a little bit more symmetrical, well-ish, but not too much. There we go. I got my first piece of the wood, so I can remove this and the rest. It's not the best, so this one is like, ooh, not bad, but I don't know. It's still like a fine craftsmanship back in the day. So then let's work to the second one, and then the second one just like that. This is not broken yet, so plank's still good. There we go. Sorry about that. And they said like they put everything together with like a resin from a tree, so it just makes sense if we make this, this meet-up side to be like a little bit more thicker. So maybe like there's some resin bleeds here, right? Then up to the next plank. Now if you see here, like in every corner I try to make the woods like uneven so they're not like a full circle of like the same wood, right? So that's what you need to try to do with your own like designs or like concept materials. I mean, if your object contains different parts or like different material. Maybe put in mind that sometimes those parts are not similar or like well made into like similar sizes and shape. Sometimes it's just like random pieces of stuff. So you need to create those silhouette as simple as possible, but you still need to add it into your drawing or sketches. Sounds weird, I know, but you know, create those to create the illusion of, you know, believability. So people will like, when they look at your drawing, they'll be like, ah, okay, so those are like different pieces of wood. So that's what you need to do in your design. You know, if the part is different, make it different, you know, unless you're doing like a clean cut apple kind of stuff. So, but not on this one. This one is like nice nature stuff. So yeah, here if you see, like, I'm running away from my from the reference. I don't care, but I really want to put it that way. And up we go to the next part of the shield. Here. And also here. Okay. And this is the last part. Just like that. You know? Maybe we can play around with this one a little bit. Make it a little bit more, well, I don't know, round-ish, even though it's not. Okay, now it's time for me to just let the guide go away. You know, that way we can enhance our detail a little bit. I can always like use the lasso tool, but oh yeah, ran away from reference, did not end up good. Well, that happens too, you know, like if we're like that. But sometimes what I mean is like we need to try to make like an iteration of things by ourselves, for ourselves' sake, you know, when we try to create something else from references. You know, if you want to do like a copy of like 1-to-1 from reference, then yeah, my advice is like don't go straying away from the original reference, because it will in your head, you know, like so. But if you create something new from your own imagination and stuff like that, keep it fluid. You know, keep it fluid, because it's supposed to be a new thing, even though it is taking things from references. But well, you need to give it a little bit of flavor, you know, like add salts to it or something. So yes. But yeah, there's a truth in that, you know, because you don't want to stray away too far from your changes, because well, in the end you're creating something, but you're still referencing things, right? So you still want it to look like a shield somehow, so you don't want to like change the shape too much so it becomes like a rocket ship. So now that's too crazy. I'm not touching that with a pole, but yeah, I think safely to say this one is kind of in an okay area, right? So now it's time we make this splits, you know, some breakage here and there. Oh, that's like a leakage of those set resins. Oh, I'm just like putting there. It looks like a beehive right now. So, but that's fine. It's fine. We're going to keep tweaking it. There we go. Okay, now we got like the base planks. Like this one is like cut unevenly. See, like you got this bend here. So, but it's there. Now, what I want to do is like to find the middle ground of all of this, I think. It's there already, and this is supposed to be like the boss place. Okay, so let's create this boss. So that's like the back part of it. Got it there. Not noticeable yet, but well, that's the boss. Okay. So, clean it up. I think this is okay. As far as sketch go, this is still like on track. Looks like a Pokemon ball, but well, it is still okay. It's supposed to be like a metal here, and also we have that thing, you know, that I was talking about before, the place where you can like hide your hand so you won't get hurt. So it's like that, crevices. So basically it's like that. You can put your arms there, see? No harm, no foul. And okay, so this is like the base shape. I ain't touching it yet. Okay, now let's have some fun with it. Okay, so this is like a beautiful piece of work. Now I'm going to make like some kind of a serious ornamental here and there, just, you know, additional touch. Maybe to pin it to the shield itself, like put things there, like put. Yeah, it's a Viking Pokeball. There we go. This is like the most bad carpentry ever, but hey, see, ooh, it's asymmetrical everywhere, but hey, I mean, these Vikings are trying, so there we go. Oh, this is the metal part of it, and basically made from a two-piece, and then they put together just like that. And then you got that long stick, right? That long stick thingy. But ooh, almost perfect. I didn't even reference this one, but well, the hole might need to be a little bit bigger. This is like one giant shield later, but sizes, yeah. I'm just adjusting things. All right, so next one, we got a piece of wood thing about this long. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of a tweak there. All right, then just clean this thing up. There we go. Aha, let's zoom it in. Ooh, that's huge. So removing this, right? It's supposed to be like wood, and then that wood have like a pin together. So I'm guessing the wood looks like that, you know. So they have like a connector over there. Let's just assume it was like that. And then that connector is like connected by maybe two pieces of nails, and also in this side. So now that we got ourselves like a handle, and in the back you got that shield boss that I've been talking about before. So now it's a little bit more proper, right? Now it's just like doing a rendition of your materials, right? So this is wood, so now we're going to play that and tell everyone that this is like wood. I'm going to create like a wood, what you call that, wood grain. I'm using like a thinner line. Just trying. This is probably not correct, but you know, you get the whole idea. Then let's just texture this one also. I love doing like natural strain, like wood grain. I don't know, it's just like satisfying, you know? Because it was so random, but it's like beautiful in itself. So let's do this one. Again, don't be afraid. I mean, you're doing this thing digitally, right? Every sketch, or if not, you're still doing, you can still like correct stuff. But at least if you're doing things digitally, don't be afraid to like make mistakes. If it's wrong, you know, just what you call it, just Control Z. It's magic. Control C is a blessing. Exactly. It's like a meditation. This one. Again, this is like natural, guys. Like, so things that supposed to be natural, keep it natural. You know, when you're doing like a texture for your natural stuff, just go chaos. You know, like it's just like beautiful chaos in everything nature. Like, unlike man-made, that everything needs to be, you know, symmetrical or like this standard, that standard. Nature is just like, do it, you know. So that's why. And now we're putting those elements into our designs, into our drawings and everything. So just, you know, just use it as is. There we go. Now it looks like wood. It more looks like a wood. Now this is too symmetrical. What I will do is just like, I'm going to rotate this thing a little bit, you know, make it like asymmetrical. So hey, now you got something to look at. And now I'm going to start rendering the wood grains and stuff like that, like smaller distortion. Just work your way to it, you know. Don't rush. This might be not like the best render ever, but you know, at least give yourself like a satisfaction to finish your thing a little bit more properly, I say. Alright? Because in the end, you're the one who's going to be like actually liking or not liking your drawing, you know, or concept, or whatever you're doing. It's far from beautiful, man. Like, you know, just putting it out there. Things that I learned from, you know, being like in the education stuff, right? Like, I have like a lot of beautiful students, right? But they're always like strained by perfection of this and that, because I don't know, but by them already trying to start things, for me it's already perfect. You know, it's not always about like how beautiful the result looks, right? But can you convey the messages, especially if you're working for clients, right? If your client love the messages that you're sending, I think it should be enough. Of course, clients will have standards and you need to fulfill those standards, but I say don't push yourself too much, you know? Meet the expectation. That's why we need to like negotiate, you know, with people, you know, with your clients, with your audience. That's why. Just negotiate things. Ask them, will this be enough? Because people have like limitation also. When it's good, it's good. Trust me. You know? Because if you keep like tweaking your artwork, like seriously, there won't be like any end to it. Like, put it on the internet and there will be like always at least one or two people not agree with you. So hey, it's your stuff. So enjoy it. Okay, let's continue. So I'm just like putting some dents. I love the idea of like putting like a deeper dents there, like that. Since the light, I'm kinda, you know, imagining that the lights came from that way, so I put like a little bit of shade in there. this one. Again, to make those separations, you know, between your materials that you're using. This might be the same wood, but well, it's different, right? It's a different plank. I love doing this kind of, what you call it, shading. No, it's not that hard. It's called cross hatching. It's so simple, but at least you can like hint your viewers to, you know, to let them know that, hey, there's like a different depth in there, and you should know this by me adding these hatches. Like, this is like my favorite technique back since like I was a kid, like reading those comic books or looking at those wood cutting made by, I don't know, those medieval artists back then. Man, those things just like full with like cross hatching or the say shading. You know, back in the day they only have like lines and everything, and they put those lines beautifully. They create depth from a flat lines, you know. So I don't know. I'm preserving this like medieval beauty. Okay, so one last stretch on this one. The top part of the shield. There we go. And now I zoom it out. Now we have like a little bit of depth in there. So a little bit. And then by the little bit, we need to like push it out a little bit more. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to put more cross hatches here and there. Making this a little bit more serious. Well, that's that serious, of course, because it's me. Serious is not in my blood. That's right, though. Look at that. I mean, like, this simple hatching can help a lot with your drawings that, well, wow. I'm kind of loving it. But somehow, it's just the light just can be rendered there beautifully. Well, to me at least, it's beautiful. That's why, you know, you need to have like a confidence with your own drawing. Doesn't matter how ugly it is. Like, I know this is ugly, but hey. Okay. Here we got like the depth more because, you know, you got that cup looking thing. Right. Oh, yes. Yes. I think that's it. And let's not forget that this part is also like wood. So I will just going to randomly create a string here also. And also scratch some shadows in here. There we go. Now we got it. This is like one piece of okay quality shields. Let's just bleed shading a little bit further here. So it's almost look like a half crescent moon thingy. So yes, that's what I'm trying to do. Yep, there we go. Now we got our shields. Well, it's an okay looking shields, and we can play around with this, definitely, right? So now it's time for me to, well, resize this thing. Actually, it's going to be tricky, but let's do a backup. I'm going to create the backup of this one and then hide it. Then I will resize it. Not resize it, but I will create another duplicate of it to be on the safe side again. And we're gonna edit this one. Exactly, like D&D artwork, you know, old school parchment type. Easy. Do it fast. This is like actually perfect for clients that wants like really quick results. That's why. That's why I'm sticking with it. I mean, again, in this kind of like industries, right? When you're working like for the game company or like, you know, just like your like creative production or like doing visuals and stuff, it's not always about you, you know. So sometimes you do some drawings like this to like provide references for others that are working with you in the same studio or like in the same company or whatnot. And so if you can have this as their reference to be, I mean, for them to create something else more better than this, it means you're successful. You know, like at least like in my experience, like I'm drawing like ugly stuff like this, like in our not like your simple stuff, and then throw it into like my 3D modeler or like, you know, people who render this much more beautifully, and they ended up with like something crazier than my initial sketch. So, and I mean, like, I don't hate it. I love it, you know, like, because damn, they make, like, other people make my drawing, simple drawings, so crazy. So, it's just the part of the journey. You're part of a team. So, you know, it's not always about you. So share those burdens. I mean, like, we live in this world. You know, we need other people. If I'm like the best one and I can do almost everything by myself, then it means other people are not needed. So I'm gonna be looking like an AI. They're like, oh, I'm good at everything. No pun intended. But yes. So I duplicated this one. So it means we have to create like a tweak on this one. And sometimes because you're lazy. So what you want is on this image, I just want this to be flipped. So I flipped them. It's fine. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. It's going to be recorded anyway, right? So you can always check if you want, and please come back if you have time. Spread out the good word. Maybe, you know, it's useful for someone else. So yeah, have a nice evening. Yeah, I will continue with this one. Okay, so I got the previous one, so I'm going to adjust the position a bit. So yes, it's maybe around there somewhere. Now what I'm going to do is just zoom this thing in and remove the parts that, well, I don't need it. Just patiently erasing stuff. And then I will try to make my brush size a little bit bigger here. So we have that. Oh, maybe not that much, so because I can use that as a reference. But definitely this one, And this one, I don't want to change the rivets because, well, it was there. And it's okay. So this is the boss from the front. And now the light's coming from this area. So I will make some shading for the boss. Oh. Oh, so beautiful. This one, I like it. Alright. Now, fix the grains here. Also over here. Yeah. Then we get some, probably this, because it's like the front side of the shield, so maybe it needs to be a little bit different from the back side. So I'm going to create like a damage, I guess. Yeah, let's put like a damage here. Maybe something struck this thing. Probably have like another damage here. Okay. Do the chippings also in here on the boss area. Not too much though, not too much, so you won't be like overdoing it. And I think this one is like kind of okay-ish. Okay, so we have that, we have the other part, and then it means we can safely do that, you know, color balancing a little bit for this. Really want to like create like a variation of this shield though, but I think not today. But I can always like do some tweakings on this one, and that's what I'm going to do later. All right. What else do we need? Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to duplicate both of the shields that we already have. I will hide one, I will show two, and then I will resize them so they both can fit the screen. So I think there ish. Okay, select the bottom one and just like move it to the side. Or no, I like this one though, like that maybe. There we go. Right? Need to make it smaller though, much more smaller, so it's good for the framing. It's just good. All right, so we got the back part, right? And then we have the front part. we need to be able to differentiate them a little bit more. So I'm going to create the back part a little bit more darker than the front part, but we'll see. I'm gonna create like a new layer underneath everything. I'm going to, this one that we already scale, I'm going to merge them. And then with this magic wand, I will clean them up. So this one, I guess, let's make things a little bit clean. I'm going to do an in first on this one. So with the same color, I'm just going to fill it just like that. And I will put the multiply layers to it and see, is this the color, I mean like the depth that I want? Well, apparently not. So I'm going to ignore it. I'm just going to freehand it. Okay, so I'm going to change my brush into like my like a watercolor brush. So I'm just going to do a quick shading there. There we go. For shading, because like the back part is going to be darker. So first one, and then because the light is coming from that one, I'm going to create like a second pass of it. Slowly, like build it up. Do that. Then you get this one that's, well, a little bit more darker. So yes, that one. And also this thing is metal, so I'm going to put a texture to it. You can make like changes later, so that's why. Put your ground color first. Again, pushing more. Pushing more. Do these things slowly, you know, simple pace. And play around with the brush size, and I really want to enhance that separation between planks. So I'm adding there. Alright. And I'm gonna move to like the next one. I'm going to increase my brush size. This one is lighter than that one, so like seriously, I'm going to just add things here very lightly. Yay. Alright. Not touching it. Cool. And probably make things a little bit dark in here, because again, it's metal, so it's a different material between the front, I mean like the rest of the items with that one, that part. So I'm pushing a little bit. We got like a little bit of dark, so yes, I'm going to just wipe my brush here, make it smaller, decrease the size, and just to create this quick separation line. Take your time. Now it's kind of okay. Cool. So that's what we have. We have the front side, we have the back side, and also might want to be playing with some, I don't know, some patterns later, which is great. So now we already have that, and I'm going to highlight it because we already have like the, you know, the dark places now, and all we need right now is the light places. So I'm going to deselect this, so like you can see that. Now, I'm going to separate things by lights. So the ones that actually facing the lights is going to be even more lighter. It's cleanup time, so I'm cleaning up this one, and then this one, and this one, right? Because the light is like touching more on this one side. Oops, that's too much. Then we got like a good rendition there. What I really want to do right now is just push the outer side of it. So I'm going to switch my brush back, make it a little bit bigger, and I will create like a bolder outline for all of the things. Recreate the silhouette a little bit more better. Punching silhouettes, I like it. Go. Now for the fun part. Let's see if we can found like a Viking ornament. Something I just like browse on the web real quick. And I'm going to make sure that this is like Creative Commons licenses, so well, safe. I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, it's not. Wow. Don't lose hope, don't lose hope. I don't know if this is going to work though. Nope, still no. Okay. Okay, now probably have this. Oop. Aha! This is like a perfect image. So we're going to put this into our shield right here. I'm going to make it the opacity lower so we can adjust things better there. Okay. I'll be playing with the warp a little bit maybe, so you know, dragging things here and there so they will fit better. Yeah, I think I like that. There we go. Alright. And now, put back the opacity again, and I'm just going to play with the things over here. Feel like a multiply or something. I'm liking this multiply, so let's see. We just multiply it, and then I will lower the opacity down so it will still multiply. Let's see, we can always like change it later. Okay, I need to rasterize this one. So is it rasterized right now? Yes, it is. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to grab like a lasso tool and just remove those parts of the ornaments that we don't actually need. Just like that. The rest of it though, they're kind of part of this thing, so now all we need is just to play with the blending mode, I guess. Kind of like this one. But somehow I need to remove the color, so let's select this one and select similar color, I guess, and just delete it. There we go. We have it. Oh, that one is beautiful. Where's it again? There we go. And I'm just going to duplicate this. Yep, there we go. We got our shield finished. Gotta stop the recording right now. So yes, this is it, guys. So this is for today. So I think we already like passed the 1 hour right now. We already have like everything that we can for this journey, for this saga. So it's all about the shields today. And I really want to make like the previous one. I have, you know, I'm able to create like different variation of the things that I've remake, like the swords. I make like a special kind of swords, and the axe I make like special kind of axe. I really want to do like special kind of shields also, but we have to see. I'm going to be on again, like live again in Wednesday, so same time. It's like around 6 p.m. CST +2. So we'll see if I'm going to like make this one into like something else, or I will like just go through with the next on the topics. But yeah, part of my Viking journey, and thank you so much for being a part of this. Like I'm really thankful, very grateful also, and I hope this content is really informational and relaxing, just like for me, to all of you. Keep making, like keep creating, you know, keep pushing those artworks, and just enjoy life in general, I guess. Okay, I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much for being here, and salam and peace.